I'm sure many of you would agree that you feel more confident when your skin is healthy and glowing. But taking care of your skin is more than just looking good. Your skin is your first line of defense against the outside world. This means that the healthier it is, the better it can protect you from bacteria, viruses, damaging UV rays, extreme temperatures, and even more. Today's program is a guide to taking care of your skin so that it can take care of you. I'm Dr. Freddy Gomez, and welcome to MedTalk Health Talk on CNN Philippines. Our guest is here today to tell us the do's and don'ts of skincare. With us is Dr. Martha Joy Bruan-Tapales. She's a dermatologist from MD Derma Skin Clinic and the Rizal Medical Center. When you think of the skin, normally people don't associate it as the largest organ in the body, but it actually is, and it does so many things. Let's start the discussion with that. Why is our skin so important, and what are some of the important things that our skin does for us every day?
The skin forms a physical barrier between your body and the external environment. It also controls the inward and outward passage of water to prevent your skin from drying. And at the same time, it also protects the body from external stresses such as harmful chemical, allergens, and pathologic organisms. And if by any chance our skin gets infected by bacteria or viruses, the skin has its own mechanism to handle this infection.
A lot of people might think that our skin is there, and then when we take a shower, wash our clothes, we are devoid or wala na tayong kailangan pag-isipang germs or bacteria. Is this the case, Doc Martha?
We actually have something we call the normal flora. It's a different mixture of bacteria, fungi that keeps our skin protected. At the same time, the skin also detects stresses or invading microorganisms. And once it does, it has its own mechanism. It has its own soldiers to protect the skin from the microorganism.
One thing I'd like to start off with is acne, because this is very common. It affects people in many different ways. Pag sinabing acne, Dr. Martha, what is it? What causes it?
Actually, most of the time, people would think when they have acne, they just need to use a certain kind of products. But once you have acne, that means you need to address it because it's pathologic. It's not really something na meron kang ginagawang mali. What causes acne is first, the skin gets, the stratum corneum of the epidermis, the first layer of the skin, tends to get a little stickier. So hindi sila natatanggal regularly every month. Because in a normal individual, an individual without acne, we usually exfoliate every 30 days. But when you have acne, the epidermal turnover or the shedding of the dead skin cells, hindi nangyayari. And then second, since hindi nga nagsished yung skin, the dirt, the bacteria clogs your pores, so there's an inflammation ongoing.
When we take good care of our skin, we allow it to function at its best. But sometimes, we may not know some of our habits are actually harming it. Dr. Martha, pag-usapan natin yon. What do we do in our day-to-day that may cause damage to our skin?
Well, first of all, when you don't follow your skincare routine, you skip on washing your face at night. Syempre, may mga iba, when they're tired, they prefer to sleep na lang with their makeup on or with their sunscreen on, with all the dirt that the environment gave them. So that's one. And then another skin routine that most people forget is sunscreen application in the morning. Kasi feeling nila, especially when it's raining or when it's cloudy, they think we don't need sunscreen anymore. So that's that's one of the reasons we harm our skin. Second is smoking, because it affects blood flow. It limits the blood flow of your skin when few blood reaches the skin. So there's little oxygen or fewer nutrients to nourish your skin. Also, when we have pimples, pop them. There's a big chance that you will form scarring.
Building a proper skincare routine doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Is there any truth to that, Dr. Martha?
The viewers just need to remember to stick with the basic, which is cleaning, moisturizing, and sun protection.
Now, a tip to our viewers, give your product some time before expecting results, as skincare isn't an easy fix. Now, skincare is a very personal experience, and knowing your skin type can go a long way in addressing issues like acne as well as dark spots. But there are some conditions that might need extra attention. More on this when we return. You're watching MedTalk Health Talk, your partner in healthcare. I'm Dr. Freddy Gomez, and welcome back to MedTalk Health Talk, where your care always comes first. Sometimes our skin might have some specific concerns like redness, sometimes drying, or sometimes even some oozing. Now, one of the most common skin conditions that could trigger these symptoms is atopic dermatitis. It occurs mostly in children, but it can affect adults as well. Now, an estimated 18 million adults are living with it today. Dr. Martha, tell us more about this condition, atopic dermatitis.
It is a chronic inflammatory skin disease, primarily beginning in childhood. Itch is the hallmark symptom of the disease, which is severe in some cases, that can lead to sleep disturbance and can cause excoriated, infection-prone skin. Patients with atopic dermatitis often have atopic comorbidities such as allergic rhinitis or asthma, bronchial asthma.
What are some of the more common conditions where atopic dermatitis would flare up?
The baseline of the skin of an atopic patient is already sensitive, since atopic dermatitis is associated with a decreased type of lipids, which is ceramide. There's a variety of products or situation that can trigger the flare-up of atopic dermatitis. One of which is not applying your moisturizer. Like what I said, atopic dermatitis has a problem with a decrease in ceramide content, which is a very important type of lipid on our skin.
Mm-hmm.
So when you don't moisturize, you don't replace this lost lipid, and your skin tends to lose more water and it gets drier.
Let's talk about contact dermatitis naman, Dr. Martha. What is contact dermatitis? Anong pagkakaiba nito with atopic dermatitis?
They're both eczema. Eczema is a general term we use in describing inflammatory skin condition. These are the condition that presents with red skin. There's a problem. There's an innate problem with your skin. There's a decrease in a certain lipid that protects your skin from increased water loss. Now, in contact dermatitis, another form of eczema, it is brought about by a certain allergen that sensitizes your skin. Usually, patients with contact dermatitis, they get to be exposed with their allergen for the first time. It wouldn't do anything. But on their second exposure, that's the time your contact dermatitis would appear.
Another skin condition here that is fairly prevalent in the Philippines is psoriasis. Can you talk more about psoriasis, Dr. Martha?
The eczema usually appears on certain part of the body, which is pathognomonic for psoriasis or very classic presentation. Now, like atopic dermatitis, sometimes patient would have a problem with their genes that would lead to the formation of psoriasis. But most of the time, appearance of psoriasis in most of the patients, it's idiopathic or spontaneous.
Now, Dr. Martha, for those who are living with atopic dermatitis, contact dermatitis, or even psoriasis, what's the best advice that you can give them?
Consult your dermatologist so that they can discuss your condition, since these three would sometimes or would most of the time look the same, and your doctor or your dermatologist would help you understand your condition. Basically, for atopic and psoriasis is moisturizing your skin, because your skin gets to get irritated when it gets dry. For contact dermatitis, definitely, I think after you diagnose that you have or you have suspicion that you have contact dermatitis, you undergo patch testing So you would know and you would identify your allergen and then avoid the allergen.
Now, while living with these conditions can be challenging, it doesn't have to affect a person's quality of life. Eating healthy, exercising daily, and getting enough rest are small lifestyle choices that can help you cope with these conditions and improve your overall well-being. Thank you very much, Dr. Martha Joy Bruan-Tapales, for being with us today and helping us understand our skin even more. Caring for your skin might look a little different if it's sensitive. When we return, we'll give you tips to best manage dryness, itchy skin, eczema, and much more. Your health is our mission here on MedTalk Health Talk. We'll be right back. I'm Dr. Freddy Gomez, and this is MedTalk Health Talk. Skincare is part of a healthy lifestyle. In fact, starting your morning with your skincare routine can set the tone for the rest of the day. But we all have different skin types, and each of us have unique needs. Let's talk about the most effective ways to manage sensitive skin and help you feel your best. Joining us for this discussion is Dr. Marivi Dizon. She's a dermatologist and a board director for the Asian Society of Pediatric Dermatology. Also with us is Dr. Ira Anwar, who is a skin health scientist from Johnson & Johnson. Welcome to the show, doctors. Many people will say that their skin is sensitive because of maybe adverse reactions to different products, or maybe even because of certain allergies. Now, Dr. Dizon, what do doctors look for them to say that someone has sensitive skin?
When we speak of sensitive skin, that means the person's skin is more reactive to what will trigger a sign or a symptom of it being very itchy, burning sensation, tingling sensation, amongst others. So now I talked about itchy skin. And this is where we try to figure out where is this sensitive skin problem emanating from. And therefore, we look now at what type of sensitive skin the patient or the person has. I will just hone in more into the low barrier type of sensitive skin and normal skin that has accompanying underlying skin conditions that's causing redness. Those skin that has eczema, the patient having atopic dermatitis, an allergic skin condition, eczema in general.
Okay, so definitely so many factors that doctors have to look at indeed for sensitive skin. But I do believe that genetics can play a role in whether you'll develop some of these skin conditions. But there are also a number of external factors that can affect it. Dr. Dizon, when we're talking about external factors, what are some of these?
The environmental trigger would be, it's going to be hot, it's going to be humid, and the impact of that would be on the skin, on the person who will naturally sweat. Now, the sweat is one of the notorious triggers, especially in our territory. So that sweat, serving as an irritant on already sensitive skin, will already cause a reaction of it becoming red and eczematous. There are also the pollutants, and that too will create that symptom or that sign of having sensitive skin. And other external factors is harsh cleansers because they have very high pH, amongst others. They also have components that are natural allergens, top allergens in amongst products that also will cause a reaction on the skin.
And as a reminder to our viewers, if you think you have sensitive skin, you have to consult your dermatologist for the proper diagnosis because each skin type is unique. Now, if you're diagnosed to have sensitive skin, you will be required to undergo proper management. Dr. Anwar, what happens if sensitive skin is not addressed properly or not treated? How can it impact a person's quality of life?
We actually have strong data showing that sensitive skin has an impact on one's quality of life. So this includes the lack of sleep because of the itch scratch cycle that may happen at night, or even being unable to do simple household chores like washing the dishes, because very often dishwashing soap, for example, could be too harsh for those with sensitive skin. So all of these issues really do add up to have an impact on a person's quality of life.
Very good. Now, a vital aspect of managing sensitive skin includes daily moisturizing. Dr. Anwar, why do we need to moisturize? And could you tell us if indeed we look for moisturizers out or we buy them? What are some of the ingredients to look out for of a quality moisturizer?
So regular moisturization is important to maintain healthy skin, whether you have sensitive skin or not. So if the skin is dry and itchy and you're scratching away, this makes it easier for irritants to pass through your skin. So by regularly moisturizing the skin, it is able to repair and moisturize the skin barrier and creates the best environment for healthy skin. And when it comes to buying moisturizers, we should look for key ingredients that's known and also effective. So colloidal oatmeal, for example, we know that it's able to protect and also moisturize the skin as it increases the water retention in the skin. We can also have oat extract that helps to soothe and relieve dry, itchy skin. Also coming from oat is oat oil. So oat oil actually reduces skin water loss and restores the skin barrier. And of course, another ingredient to look out for is ceramides, because this is really true for eczema-prone skin or atopic dermatitis, whereby there is a loss of ceramides, which is an important component of the skin barrier. And by using a moisturizer with ceramides, it helps to strengthen the skin's natural barrier by replacing the loss of ceramides in eczema-prone skin.
Since we're talking about eczema-prone skin and eczema in general, are there any recommended type of creams, especially for those living with eczema?
With eczema-prone skin, it is also known to have an imbalanced skin microbiome with an increase in a harmful bacteria. So due to this imbalanced microbiome, this is why it would be important to use a prebiotic moisturizing ingredient such as colloidal oatmeal that moisturizes and relieves the symptoms of eczema-prone skin.
Apart from moisturizing, which is we all know now is very important, there are also a few lifestyle changes that can make a huge difference, especially reducing flare-ups and improving your skin. Dr. Dizon, can you give us some tips?
All of us need to bathe daily, and good cleansers that have the colloidal oatmeal that's going to be protective and repairing for that sensitive skin. You need to moisturize on a regular basis. And what's important is that you don't scrub your skin while bathing. Then you need to have a well-balanced diet and stay hydrated. And lastly, if you see that something is going wrong, that skin is becoming itchy, you have to go to your doctor, a dermatologist, or a pediatric dermatologist. That would be the best way to take care of your skin.
Thank you very much, dermatologist Dr. Mary V. Dizon and skin health scientist Dr. Ira Anwar, for being with us today. We definitely learned a lot about our skin health. Remember, taking the time to cleanse and moisturize every day can do wonders for your skin and in turn, your overall well-being. I'm Dr. Freddy Gomez and we'll see you again next time.
This program is brought to you by